There's a sister there. Till now, you cannot find your husband. We wake up in the morning and you find that the husband you marry, you have a child for you. Till now, you cannot find the man again. And then, unlucky for you, you don't know the family of the man. The family he took you to, you went there, you cannot trace anything about it. So please come out. And you have a child, a baby boy for him.
From the midst of the congregation, the woman in question came forward to testify to the prophecy of the man of God.
My name is Joy Chine. I am from Enugu State. I am the woman the man of God prophesied that the husband left her for years. She cannot trace him. The child is now 14 years and he has never seen his father till today. And I am the only person taking care of him. I don't even know the family of the man. My son don't know the family. We are just like that. I'm the only person suffering and taking care of my child. Man of God, please help me. My name is Joy Chine. I am the woman, the man of God prophesied that she married a man and the man disappeared. I could not trace him again. I could not even trace the family. He left me with my son, and I was unlucky I can't trace him. So finally, I went home to my parents with my pregnancy. The marriage lasted just for 3 months. I was already pregnant there. It all happened that when I finished school, I went to Abuja to stay with my auntie at Abuja, and then to look for work and prepare for my travel, because I was even reading for CGFNS exam, certificate for graduates for foreign nursing exam. I was already booked at Ghana to go and take the exam. But it was at that time a friend of mine whom I met in Abuja said a man came from Lagos. He saw my picture in the house. That my friend, the husband is a pastor, is a lady. So he said he saw my picture in the house and said he would love to marry me, so that they want to see me in their house. I said, I'm already planning to travel. I'm not interested in marriage at this time, just to travel and face my career. Then the lady insisted that I must come and see him first. That's why can't I come and even set my eyes on him and know the kind of person he is or something like that. So later on, we arranged on a date. I went, even though I know in my heart I'm not interested in getting married. When I got there and set my eyes on the man, the first thing that happened to me, I was frightened because of his looks. He was short, he was ugly, he was lanky, and all manner of things. I was frightened. I said, I cannot marry this kind of man. I must travel. When I get there, I get myself fixed. If a man comes, I will even marry the man. But immediately this man set his eyes on me. And the next thing, after I saw him and said, I'm not interested, he began to pester me, my house, every day, every time. He would run to my auntie and talk to my auntie about me, that he's interested in marrying me. He will run to my sister, who is also staying at Abuja, and tell my sister that they should beg me to marry him, that without me he cannot succeed, he will not do anything, he will be wasted, he will be lost, that his only problem is because he has not gotten married, that once he got married now, because he said he's a pastor, his ministry will boom, he will become somebody in life, and all that. I said, I want to travel. He said his ministry is not in abroad, it's in Nigeria. I said, my ministry is in abroad. I want to travel. But the man insisted. I was refusing. But after much pestering, I was even fasting, praying for God to take him away from me. I don't want it. But he insisted. After much pestering and troubling, I can't get myself again because of the disturbance. I now yielded in. Even my auntie advised me, says, is it because I want to travel that I insisted I will not marry him? That do I know what will happen? I should just make up my mind. Even if God wants me to travel, even after the marriage, I will still travel and all that. And I succumbed and agreed to the marriage. During the introduction, when he came to my parents' house, one day he said he's going to come with his relative and all that. he was going to bring money. We waited for him. He didn't come. Oh. He said he had accident. Oh. He didn't come. So even to prepare for the ceremony, he said he's bringing money. He didn't bring anything. It was my father that was even ashamed. He said, he has already told people, how can they come and look at him and nothing was prepared? He brought out money. They started gathering drinks. My mother brought out money again. They bought drinks, cook food, prepare everything. On that day, he landed. We were looking to see where he had accident. We didn't see anything. And we didn't see that was it. So we managed to finish everything. So when we now ended, we traveled. None of his relatives came. So my father requested for the relative. He could not even present the relative. The wine he brought that day was fake. My father started crying. So now at the end of the whole thing, we went for wedding. During the wedding, nobody came again. My father was angry. He stood up in the midst of the wedding that he must stop it. No relative, nobody, that he cannot hand me over to him. Then my mom and other people began to, hold him back and say, if we do this now, how will people say that on the wedding day of the child they started the marriage, and what will people talk about it? Then he now sat down again. That was how the marriage was ended. The wedding was done. During the wedding, he came, and people came. He was even there. Initially, he was saying he needed even to buy a suit, that he didn't have a suit and all that, money and all that. But he came with a suit, and I saw him there. He came alone, and even on my wedding day, I cried, though. It was even somebody that was even cheering me up, the boy that was singing, cheered me up, and I cleaned my eyes. What actually happened was that none of his relatives, we didn't see anybody. It's just one man like that. How can you hand me over to him standing there? When they call relative, when they call my own people, my mom came, my brother, my auntie, people, my sister gathered around me. And it was just this man alone. My father said, what is happening? How can he hand over the daughter to a man like this without a relative? That was just the main problem, strange thing that happened. My father wanted to stop the marriage. He said in his heart he couldn't rest again. He stood up, said this man, he cannot hand this daughter to this man, that this marriage is somehow, that his spirit in him is even boiling and disturbing him. So he stood up that he won't allow this marriage to hold again. So, but people around, my mom and us, begin to draw him and said, if you do this thing now, what will people say? What will the whole world say? That on the wedding day of your child, you're the one that stood up and scattered the whole marriage. We have already come. People are around looking. It's a wedding that people are inside. Everybody are gathered looking at us. What will happen? So my father now sat down again. He has already stood up. He now sat down again. So after we continued in the wedding, after the wedding, we went back home. The strange thing that happened to me on the first night of wedding is that when we came home, the man lay on the bed, shut off the lights, and faced the wall, that he's tired. Somebody that was pestering me all this while, he wants to have sex with me, he wants to marry me, he wants to do all these things. He just faced the wall, shut off the lights, and I was like, my whole world has come to an end, though. Must be a strange, it's a ghost. It's a ghost I have come in contact with. So from the night of that wedding, he faced the world. And when he even turned back and said to me that he will continue to deal with me and deal with me and deal with me until I die. I laid my hands on my head and started crying. I said, I never knew you from Adam's. I don't know you anywhere. It's just somebody that linked me to you. This is arranged marriage. It's somebody that linked me to you. I never knew you anywhere, and I never did anything wrong to anybody. My only concern is just to read. Read my books and travel. That's my plans. I was just high in spirit. I'm going to travel. I'm going to do this and that. I'll be great in life. That's just my plan. After that, he began to disappear. One day he just left, He even said he's not interested. I became pregnant immediately because I took in immediately. Within 3 months of the first trimester, that's within the first 3 months that I became pregnant. He was just leaving the house like that. He will not bring money for food. I haven't gotten a job at that time. He will tell me to go and collect something from kiosk people, that when he comes back, he will give them money. I said, I can't do like that. We are not trained like that in our house. So I went to my friend's house and stayed. When he came back again, he said he must take me to Lagos, to somebody's house. He said his brother's house, that he has gotten a house for us to stay. My impression about him is that he's a strange person. He must be a ghost. He must be a ghost. He's not a normal person. He must be a ghost. I was even backing out. Sometimes when he put up those characters, I said, no, I'm not going with you. I'm not going to marry. I'll fret and I will pray and I will do all manner of things. But he will insist. He will come back again. He will do certain things. I don't know what will happen again before I will agree again to continue on in the relationship. When I got pregnant for my baby, as early as that age, one night he just used his hand and hit me on my stomach and blood just gushed out. And I started crying. I said maybe he wants to abort. He wants this baby to be aborted. He even said it with his mouth that I should not think that he's interested in this pregnancy. Let him that he's telling me that he's not even interested in this pregnancy, even though I'm pregnant, that I should not think that he's interested in this pregnancy. That was when it dawned on me that this is a strange person. He's not a human being at all. He's not a human being. When I became pregnant, and because of the whole situation and all that, I was depressed. I started having insomnia. I couldn't sleep. He was appearing in the dream, cursing me. He will be so aggressive when he appears. I've never set my eyes on him physically, but when I want to sleep like this, he will appear. Sometimes he will push me down and have sex with me. In the dream, he will be coming like that to have sex with me, to attack me and curse and say, "Utorobabuogi," and all manner of things. He will be voicing it out. All manner of things that I've never had. He will be so harsh, so wicked in my sight, the way I see him approaching me. And I'll begin to pray and I'll cancel it and I say all manner of things. I will tell him even back to sender. I will say back to sender, it will never happen to me and my son, that we will live, that we will not die. Sometimes he says, I will kill you. I will kill you. He will appear and say, I will kill you. I say, I will not die. My son will live. I will live. My head is going to come out of this problem. I will not go with it. So later on, after after the 3 months, I started running around because I was already depressed, almost as if I'm going to run mad and all manner of things I was going through at night. I was depressed in the first place. I was depressed. Secondly, insomnia. I don't sleep. To close my eyes, I have stayed for 1 week, I remember. Complete 1 week, I could not sleep. As a nurse, I was even working. I found out when I want to go for thermometer, I will go and carry tray. So that was when I said no. If I go further, I can even harm the profession. So I took permission from them and I went for medication and all manner of things. After the delivery of my son, then we continued to stay. The problem increased. He kept appearing. He kept attacking. Sometimes he will attack me and my child in the dream as I used to see him. And my child will tell him that he's going to kill him. That's what he used to answer him in the dream. My child will say, I will kill you. I'll kill you. And me, myself, in my heart, I will say, thank God.
And when you put to bed this baby, this son is still beside you, he never appeared.
He never appeared.
The depression and the insomnia became so much.
Yes.
How many years throughout this period?
14 years. By December, it will be 15 years.
You never set your eyes upon the man
Never set my eyes.
up to date.
Yes. I came to Synagogue Church of All Nations through my aunt. She's a partner with Emmanuel TV. So she invited me and said, please come with me to Synagogue Church of All Nations. I said, I'm going to come. Even though I did not have money, I had to borrow. And I came last Sunday. That was when the prophecy came up. The man of God, that was when the man of God prophesied there's a sister here that you got married to a man, and all of a sudden he disappeared. And you never set your eyes on him. Unlucky for you, you can't even trace the family, and you have a baby for him, a baby boy. That's the way he said it. Since that prophecy came, it brought deliverance, great deliverance to me. I've been sleeping where I was staying. I've been sleeping. Since I came here, I've never tested any drug. I've never taken any antidepressant or sedative. I have never taken any of them. God is a witness. He never entered my mind.
Shall we put our hands together beautifully for the miracle-working God? And listening to the prophecy of the man of God, it was spot on. The man abandoned you. You never saw him. You can't even trace his relatives for 14 years. Are you not surprised when the man of God mentioned 14 years and this boy is 14 years old?
Yes. Yes, I'm surprised, greatly surprised. It shocked me. I said, how can he locate me in the midst of all these people that are here? I was greatly shocked. I said, how did he come to know about me? Me, that is like somebody almost forgotten. Nobody talks about me again. It looks like my case has been abandoned. I said, how could he pick me up? Among all these people that are seated here, I began to run. To come down here. Yes, after this deliverance, when I got back to the place I was staying, the man reappeared again. But this time around, he didn't come near me. That was actually what happened. He didn't come near me. He said, you have gone there where they are giving you help. You have come here, they have delivered you. So you have gone to Senior Prophet C.B. Joshua. You have gone to him. And he went back. He disappeared again. I never saw him again.
That is not enough for Jesus Christ. Put your hands together beautifully for the miracle-working God. Before our aged mom speaks, she's going to speak in one of the local languages, and we shall translate. She's the mother to the woman who just finished addressing herself, sharing her experiences with us. We're going to hear from her briefly, then we shall translate later. My akele nebo duko asi ne bia wo lon son ke synagogue. Nko wanine biko gwa anya fage ke ndi bu ndi nọ na akụkụ. Yi nwere iku gbasara nwanyị ngwagwa anya okwu.
Emmanuel Kenedri Chineke. Mgbe nwoke ahụ bịa, efa m bụ Grace Okwu. Mgbe nwoke ahụ bịa n'ezinụlọ anyị, ọ bịa weta ọjị nke mbụ, nke ịbụọ, ọsha anyị gwa ndị mmadụ ka eje kpọta ụmụnne ya. Agwacha ndị mmadụ, o weteghị ego until eshikie ihe, ọ bịa sị na ya were accident.
We heard it from our aged mom. She said she has lots to say, but she's going to make it brief. That very day she sighted her eyes on this man. The man came with only a local nut. They call it cola nut. That's what the man came with, and told her particularly that she should invite people for the wedding. That he's going to mobilize his own people as well to attend the introduction of the wedding. That was how the man disappeared.
Emeche ịgba nkwụ, mụ na ọga m wetere ego eji wee mee ya. Ọkwadowe maka wedding na a ga-eje Abuja. Erute na Abuja, onweghị onye ọkpọ wee bịa. Ọga m wee iwe si na ọ ga-aghasa everything.
Our mother further explained that when it was time for the introduction, because they have gone far to invite different people to attend the introduction of her daughter's wedding, the man didn't appear until the day of the introduction. But to avoid shame and disgrace, her husband and herself contributed money to buy items for the introduction and also to prepare food for the invitees, those who were invited to the introduction. And also, when the man refused to appear, on the day of the wedding, the man came And when he came, he didn't come with anybody. Her husband got angry and wanted to call the marriage a quit.
Ayowe biko emeche wedding ayiwe na omeche kpọrọ jewe Lagos. Oge ọ ga Lagos bido mewe ihe ọjọọ dị iche iche akpọnata wite Enugu State.
My mother father explained that on the day of the wedding, the man came with no one. Her husband stood up to cancel the marriage, but members of the family advised her husband that no, we have gone so far. If you cancel this marriage at this point in time, it will bring shame and disgrace to the entire family. That was how the husband cooperated. They allowed the wedding to take place. After the wedding, that was when trouble started in the life of the daughter.
Mgbe ọ bịara wee dị ime ọ nata n'Enugu steeti wee mụọ nwa ahụ. Since ahụ ọ mụrụ nwa ahụ ya akwụbe ha ruo tata.
He said after all said and done, her daughter took in, became pregnant, the man did not appear. And after the daughter delivered this baby boy, the man did not appear. Ever since then, the daughter developed ailments, sickness of depression and insomnia.
I'm ekene Chineke. Ihe nwa m kwuru bụ eziokwu. I'm ekene Chineke na o wetego owe ya. Unu soro m wee kene Chineke. Jehovah Emmanuel dị mma. Praise the Lord.
Shall we clap for wonderful Jesus Christ? Our mother has crowned it all. She's here giving thanks to God. After the terrible experiences her daughter went through, finally she's delivered here in the Synagogue Church of All Nations. Her daughter is fully okay, and she's giving thanks to God for the deliverance. Once again, shall we clap for wonderful Jesus Christ?
My name is Emmanuel Joshua. This is my grandma and my mom. What I want to say about the prophecy of Prophet T.B. Joshua is that it's all true. I don't have a father, but I have my mom, my grandparents, and my mom's family. And I cannot be happier. I'm so happy that God has delivered my mom from this illness that she has.
Shall we clap for wonderful Jesus Christ?
From what I heard and what my mom have told me, I don't think I want to see him. I don't want to see him. My advice is that the circumstance of your birth will not define your destiny.
My advice to the whole world is that before ever you get into relationship, run to scan, run to Senior Prophet T.B. Joshua, run to God, so that men of God, other men of God could help and pray for you. And be faithful to God. Have faith in God. Have faith in great men of God that God is using. Because they are doing the work for God. God sent them. God brought them. Go to them for advice, for prayer, so that you will not make mistake. Have faith in God. Never lose hope. I never knew my case would be traced. I never knew he could, the Senior Prophet T.B. Joshua could pinpoint my problem in the midst of the whole crowd here and handle this case today. Now I'm a happy person. I crack joke and I laugh. Before I hardly laugh, you know. I laugh, I can sleep. You know, I have my sleep, I have my rest, I'm happy again, just like a normal person should be.
Shall we clap for wonderful Jesus Christ? Yes, we know the woman is excited, and of course she has given a wonderful word of advice. And what she really meant to say is that once you encounter such a case, you should look for a living church and get involved with them.